This is what happens when a Scottish person doesn't see sun for, I don't know, 2 years. Like I'm the same colour as the wall, pretty much. Hello, wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there, over there. Almost sounded like a sad dog at the end. Anyway. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus features like behind the scenes stuff, my Vocal Anatomy 101 series, and outtakes and all sorts. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Just like TX Diane D did. Now, they got in touch and asked if I would check out a South Korean singer called Sam Kim. Yes, I had to check, but yes, Sam Kim. And an Indonesian singer called Raisa. I hope I'm saying that right. Raisa. Raisa? Anyway, they have got together and recorded a song called Someday. Now, apparently, due to Miss Rona being on the scene, they had to do it over Zoom. So that's interesting. So it's the music video, because I doubt they've actually met each other yet. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe now that people can move around a bit more. But we're going to listen to the music video, so let's just go ahead and see what we think. I've not heard either of them, and I'm excited.
I hope that I can one day say the things I wanna say to you with no hesitation. Don't care if you stay or leave tonight.
Whoa, I like her voice. So I'm assuming this is Raisa. She has got such a velvety, smooth, smoky kind of tone. Now, a lot of that is down to a little bit of that drop larynx and then adding aspiration on top. So aspirate tone is where air comes through the folds more than it normally would, and you just get this breathy kind of quality to it. So would be it without the larynx dropping, but if you drop the larynx a little bit, so you just get a little bit more kind of depth to it. She is so good at that. It's just such a comfortable sound to listen to. It's very like 90s R&B almost. I love it. Why is it so bright? My curtains are closed, by the way. They're closed. I can't make it any darker. Cannot. That's what happens when you've got skin like porcelain, and not in like the lovely way, just the shade. Anyway, let's keep going.
Need somebody who cares, a man who gives a damn one more than you. Yes, I hope someday, oh God, please someday. I hope I never miss you, and I hope that I can learn to unlove you. Could never really trust you, baby. Could never really love you the way that I wanted to show my loving. Never, you never let your guard down for me. So why do you tease me, kiss me, and hold me?
There's a lot of kind of uniformal tone going on. So it's almost like she's not pushing her lip shape into extremes to get an extreme vowel shape out of it. Everything kind of sits in this lovely kind of neat place. It's almost like she's talking or thinking to herself. So you don't want too much emphasis. You want it to be a little bit looser. All these little inflections are being done with kind of a pitch shift rather than brightening up on that tone with the vowels. It's really nice.
We fight and kiss every day. Hey, break up and make up, start all over again. We fight and kiss every day.
Now that is so aspirate, it almost sounds like falsetto. which could be. So falsetto is where your vocal folds behave slightly differently. In your chest or head voice, or mixed voice even, you've got a vibratory pattern, and that's what makes the tone kind of pop out. You get your overtones and your undertones and all sorts. And your vocal folds essentially behave like this or like this. With falsetto, what happens is the vocal folds rock up at one end and hold themselves stiff, and it's the air blasting through that space that creates that pitch. Almost kind of like the way that a whistle operates. You're holding something stiff and then blowing air through it. But I mean, it could be that it's a really aspirate thin fold sound. So she's thinning her folds out to make it lighter and then adding loads of air on top. So you kind of get the same kind of effect. But either way, it's absolutely beautiful. Delicate, lovely, nice. If I was to find out what one it was in real time, I would ask her if she could take that down her range, or if she could make it louder. And if she can't do either of those, she would be in falsetto. So, good to know. Let's keep going.
Tell me all of the things you'd say if you knew you'd never hear from me again. Show me you'd fight for me, at least pretend to try before we're out of time.
I love the bends in key here. They go into these like little minor shifts at times, and where you'd expect them to maybe go into a major. So minor is like a sad sounding chord, if you like. Major is a happy sounding chord. And when you're going down this path and you think, oh, it's definitely going that way, and then it goes whoop, like sideways, it just excites me. It just excites the ear, and it's so clever. The harmonies as well are top notch. This is mixed absolutely beautifully. Oh, I could rave about the mixing, but I'm not going to.
I said it all before, just I say it again. Who in the hell you think you are to tell me, baby, let your guard down? I gave you love, you couldn't blame the scars on me for feeling burned out. We fight every day, but God knows how much that I need you to stay.
Ah! I don't even know what that was. That was so tasty. Oh, that riff came out of nowhere, and it was just... I'm going to swear. I'm not going to swear. I'm going to leave it alone. It was very nice. So with Sam, what we're hearing is also that aspirate tone in the beginning, a lot like Raisa, but his larynx isn't dropped as much. So you're getting a little bit of that brightness of tone off of it. It almost kind of makes them match. If they were to sing at the same time, they would sound very similar, because her voice would be set higher than his naturally, so she's got to pull it down. If he stays where he is, then they'll be kind of matching. It's nice. You can hear as he came up into his kind of more intense voicing, he got a little bit more nasal, a little bit of twang onto there to kind of thicken up those folds and make that sound a wee bit more pointed. But, oh, they work really well together. I want to hear more of them singing together, so let's keep going.
Tell me all of the things you'd say if you know you'll never hear from me. Show me, fight for me, at least pretend to try before we're out. Tell me that you need me, baby. Tell me one more time. Show me that you love me, baby, love.
What was that riff? I mean, okay, so it was a harmony. I think his was love, and hers is... I can't remember what hers was. Anyway, these little riffs they're so well placed, they're so tastefully positioned, that they don't kind of interrupt the song. It's not constant, but they're so clever, and they bridge parts of the song perfectly. They just flow so nice. Their voices are so well suited to each other because they kind of have the same vibe. They've got this breathy, relaxed, laid back kind of thing. Even when they get into their more intense voicing, it doesn't go into like crazy territory. One isn't overpowering the other one. They're very, very well balanced. Love it. Maybe they will. There's still like a minute or so to go, so let's keep going.
Tell me all the things you promised. You said you'd be there, told me again and again that you'll try.
Beautiful. So this was like a big moment that they just attacked in such a delicate way. They just thinned out, they got lighter and lighter and lighter, and just allowed it to kind of break away or almost dissipate. Beautiful. Because sometimes people would want to go like crazy, throw that into a belty mix kind of territory. They just let it just, oh, gorgeous. Like a petal on a breeze. Oh, I love it.
You know you never hear from me again.
Ooh, show me a thought for me, at least pretend to try before we're out of time. Say what you need to say.
Oh, right. The way that these lyrics are layered is just so beautiful. I think it's them just doing their own harmony lines, and they're just basically recording a bunch at a time, batching them almost. But one thing that runs through them all is this airy quality. So you get this kind of sound the whole way through. If you just try and focus in on just that breath sound, you'll hear it through all of these big moments where there's loads of voices coming in, and it just allows the tone to move freely. If they were all going ha and had like a kind of a nasally kind of sound, it would be like loads of jarring frequencies bouncing off of one another. But when you've got that air to kind of cushion all these sounds, then it just kind of flows a bit nicer. Oh, perfect.
Oh, baby, baby,
We're running out of
Time. Oh, another wee doozy of a riff at the end. Oh, time. I like that. Oh, I like that. You heard there the last word, I can't remember what it was, but she added a really hard H on to get that ha onto it. So that breath was really important through both her vocals and through the whole song. Breathy would be the way that I would describe this song. Breathy and beautiful. So thank you so much, TX Diane D. I almost forgot your name, but it's TX Diane D. Thank you for suggesting that. I don't think I would have come across these two together if you had not. So if any of you watching know of more Sam, Kim, or Raisa, tell me how it's pronounced in the comments songs, then let me know and I will check them out. But whoo boy, that was a delight. So I hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I think I know. I like that riff at the end. So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me and bye. That was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Bye. Bye. I don't know. Bye. One of them. You choose whichever one you like the best. Bye.